Now, we also saw a concept called chunking and then chinking. Okay, chunking and then chinking. So if we are to highlight this one, mostly we use regular expression to define these junks and these chinks. Okay, we use regular expression to do that. That's why earlier on I told you that you should spend some few minutes to read about that. Okay, so I gave you some good links over here, some 2 links over here to read more about regular expressions. Right, so when we're talking about the chunking, right, we can have sentences that we define the structure, right, or we pass the sentence, and when we're saying we are passing the sentence, it means that we are defining the structure. Okay, so if you hear me saying that passing sentence, I mean defining the structure of the sentence. Okay, so we can pass a sentence which is having now and end, or we can pass a sentence which is preceded by optional gerund, right? Example like region. Remember I told you gerund is nothing but verbs that we add ing at the end to make them noun. Okay, so we can also do something like that, or maybe precede it with something like there. Okay, and maybe you want to just get some part of the sentence, not all of the sentence, but some part of the sentence, like we did over here. Right, over here we define some chunks. Okay, we're doing chunking, that is, we chunk some part of the sentence or chop out some part of the sentence. So for instance, this is the entire sentence, right? A fastly running beautiful deer skidded off the road. Okay, so over here when we did the chunking, you see that we got the noun phrase and then the verb phrase and then another noun phrase inside the verb phrase. So here the noun phrase that we chunk out is a fastly running beautiful deer. Okay, that's the part. Okay, so we chunk some part of it, right? So the entire sentence is all of these put together. Okay, this part and this part and this part put together will form the sentence. But you can see that we have chunked them into pieces. Okay, we chunk them into pieces according to their grammatical pattern, right? According to their structure. Okay, their pattern over here, or you can call them part of speech, right? Part of speech. Okay, so here is a noun phrase, so we chunk it out. Here is a verb phrase, we chunk it out. Inside the verb phrase, we have another noun phrase in there, we chunk it out. Okay, so that is chunking for you, right? And then we have another one here called chinking. So chinking is when you you want to exclude something. Okay, so for instance, you have some words, right, and then you want to exclude some part of the sentence. Okay, so a motherly raging bull something. Okay, so there were some other things over there, but you don't want those kind of things, so you can chink them out. Okay, so chinking is used to quote exceptions to chunking rules that should not be chunked. Okay, that should not be chunked. So if you come over here, right, we did some sort of chinking. Okay, so the entire sentence is this: I left to do my homework. Okay, that's the entire sentence. I left to do my homework. Now what we are trying to do is to chink out the to do. Okay, that to do something, we want to chink it out. So in that case, what we do over here is that we establish a rule, right? Instead of the brackets opening and closing like we have it when we are chunking, right? We rather open first and then we close it. Okay, so we say that if you see any verb, right, verb gerund, that is something that ends with ing, a verb that ends with ing, or to, right, or the part of speech is to, right? So if you see the part of speech being gerund or the part of speech being to, then you take them out. Remember, part of speech being to is just the article to. Okay, so that is the part of speech, and then this is it, right? So if you see any to, and then, or if you see any let's go all the way down, or if you see any VBG is a verb gerund. So if you go here and you see VBG, or verb gerund or present participle, okay, so it's gonna look for anything like, say, to, right, to, then followed by do, and then something, right, which start with it, ends with ing. So something like that, it's gonna look for something like that, and you take it out. So over here you can see that I have after the chinking, you see that I left is here, right? But to do is actually taken out. Okay, it's not given any part of speech over there, it's just left in there. in the sentence, right, in the parent sentence. But you see that the rest of them were given a tag over here, or part of speech tag, which is noun phrase and then verb phrase respectively. Okay, and then you see that we have the noun phrase for the rest of them, right? My homework, okay, for the rest of them. But the to do has been chinked out. So if you want to exclude something like that, you use chinking. Okay, so that's basically the concept that you have with chunking and then chinking. And then we say that you can also use syntax tree to plot them. Okay, and that's what we were seeing over here, where we use syntax tree to plot them, so that you see how the structure is. Okay, so that's just something that I wanted us to just refresh over. Okay, that's something I want us to refresh over. In the next tutorial, we're gonna start something different altogether. All right, so you can just go back and then refresh whatever concept that we have learned so far, right from the beginning to here, right, before you move on, because I mean there are some of them that are new to you and you need to understand them, all right, before you move on to the next session. All right, and I'm not expecting you to just watch it once and then get the entire understanding. Okay, sometimes you have to watch it once, twice, right? I mean, don't underrate the power of watching it twice at least. Okay, you will get a better clarity when you watch, I mean, the videos twice, right? You will get a better clarity, right? Twice or 3 times, right? You get a better understanding. Don't watch it once and then feel like some of the concepts are difficult to understand or they are new to you. It's just because you're not familiar with it and they're new to you. That's it. If you watch it 1, 2, you will be good to go. Okay, so don't underrate the power of watching it again. All right. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial. Have a nice day.